Hi, I'm Tink, and welcome to episode 10 of Operation Animal, where I spout off random facts about animals on the endangered species list. On today's episode, we're going to talk about one of the AZA accredited zoos that I will be visiting. Using the species survival plan, these zoos and aquariums are on the front line of conservation, breeding, and releasing animals back into their habitat when able. Starting in 1981, the AZA coordinated the breeding and moving of animals between facilities to keep captive animals healthy and diverse. This ensures the animals are kept strong and are self-sustaining for decades. Starting with the Memphis Zoo, I will be visiting every AZA facility and a couple sanctuaries in 3 separate parts. The last zoo on this trip will be the Miami Zoo in Florida. I get to go to my birth state. An estimated total for me to go to this particular zoo is around $52 to $72 with ECV, parking, and admission. I will talk about what it's going to cost me later in this episode. Today, we talk about the Memphis Zoo, located inside Overton Park, which was founded in April 1906, celebrating 120 years. They started with a single bear named Natch, tied to a tree. Eventually, they put a roof over his head and have slowly been expanding the zoo to accommodate more animals ever since. As of today, there are 500 different species on a 76-acre campus. It is double designated as an accredited arboretum with over 40 tree species and a pollinator display with rich nectar-producing garden environment for butterflies and bees. This organization sponsors several special events like Zoo Boo and Zoo Rendezvous to raise donations for the animals. With Close Encounters, you can get a more detailed look at specific animals and maybe a light pet. Ask the keepers first. They have a bi-monthly magazine published by the Memphis Zoological Society called Exuberance, which keeps patrons informed about animals. They are also on social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and X, formerly Twitter. A couple of hacks for everyone: use the hidden bathroom to avoid lines. Find where there are sensory stations and where to fill water bottles on their app. Yes, there is an app for that. For all of those who don't think zoos are good for animals, these animals are happy and healthy and a lot safer behind bars. With habitat loss, poaching, and other reasons, some of these animals are endangered and don't have any place to go. Others are not releasable for a variety of reasons. All creatures will fight to stay alive, and we should give them that chance. Recently, I found out that the turtles that are in the same exhibit as the otters in the China exhibit are actually local wild stock that made it their home, as well as wild mallard ducks and squirrels being everywhere. Even wild animals like making the zoo their home. Behind the scenes, keepers are working with these animals so they may have a better life with enrichment, food, and companionship. From sunup to sundown, they do all they can for these animals. Not every person at the zoo is a keeper. There are research and veterinary roles, as well as horticultural crews, guest admission, volunteers, and docents, all working together to help these precious animals and make it fun to go to the zoo. There are plenty of places to explore in the zoo. They have cat country that houses jaguars, lions, and tigers, to name a few. Primate Canyon, where the orangutans and apes hang out. Hiding in the animals of the night are the two-toed sloths and bats, the little sky puppies. The African veldt is a perfect place for the giant elephants and rhinoceros. For those who want to get up close and personal, go to the giraffe deck and feed these herbivores. They also have animals a little closer to home, so follow the howls of the wolves to the Teton Trek, which also has bears, and our national bird, the American bald eagle. For a nice break from the heat, the Northwest Passage has an air-conditioned room for the polar bears and a nice shaded area where the adults can sit a spell and watch the seals perform. Sadly, the giant panda bears have gone home to China, but you could still see the little red pandas, clouded leopards, and otters. For those who love reptiles, the aquarium and herbarium is perfect. A little hard to get into if you use the mobility scooter. They have snakes, frogs, tortoises, and alligators. The crocodiles and hippopotamus are located in the Zambezi River Hippo Camp. Hidden amongst all these areas are the flamingos, pelicans, meerkats, penguins, and other animals just living their best life. A little information on what's it going to cost me for the adults. This zoo has memberships you can purchase, including single, dual, and family. For those who don't go as much as we would like to, the first one is parking. If you don't mind walking, street parking is free. But to save a couple steps, it is $10 per vehicle. The second expense is entry. General admission for adults is around $20 to $30, and children 2 to 11 around $15 to $25. Those under 2-year-old get in free. If you are active in the military or have an AZA membership, it costs less. Bring ID. For those who are Tennesseans, show up early Tuesday morning for free entry. You must have a valid ID from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Quantity is limited. The third, if you have mobility issues or you want to get around with little ones, there are strollers at $12 for a single and $14 for a double. ECV is $32, and scooter pals, which are motorized animal scooters that even adults can ride on. These scooter pals are pay as you go. Dining locations are separate entities owned by the Levy Restaurant Company, so prices and complaints need to be conveyed through them. There are also rides and attractions. Zoomazing Zipline at $10 has a weight limit of 300 pounds. I can't go on it. And you need to be at least 42 inches tall. The Splash Park is $10 per person. 16 years and younger requires an adult. And you can ride the train for 2 or the tram for 4. The China Carousel is $2, while it is $6 to feed the giraffes. There is a total experience ticket, which includes admission, a giraffe feeding ticket, and unlimited access to the carousel, farm train, and zip line for around $38 to $41 for adults and around $33 for children 2 to 11. Do not just use the information I am giving you. Always go to the zoo website, the app, or call 901-333-6500 for more information. They are closed on September 11 this year to host the Zoo Rendezvous. I hope that everyone feel free to come to the Memphis Zoo, which is inclusive, to meet and learn more about our neighbors. Please stay tuned next week for Operation Animal, Episode 11, where I talk about 3 birds, an invertebrate, and a reptile. Thanks for watching. If you've made it this far, comment the above emoji. Goodbye.